Meet Jake Thompson, a performance artist, video hoe, techno-pagan, creator of the web series Fashion Week vs. Fashion Life, and drag persona OK Stupid. In 2012, Jake did a video response to Solange's Losing You, featuring OK Stupid as the lead characters from the 90s movie Clueless. The parody came out a full year before Iggy Azalea's Fancy video, which followed the same concept. Solange retweeted Jake's version. Since then, he has continued to explore the Knowles sisters' work, and in 2014, OK Stupid recreated all 17 videos from Beyoncé's self-titled visual album. For For You magazine's Beyoncé issue, I was interested in learning more about Jake's perspective on the pop diva as a creative influence, drag persona, and if the Queen Bee really is flawless. Hi, Jake!
Hi!
Thank you so much for taking my interview today. I'm sure you're working on your own version of 7-Eleven right now, so I'll make this quick.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I think that flip phones are the new flip phones, so this is cool.
You made your own version of the visual album last year. That's actually what interested me in talking with you. I'm curious, what inspired you to create your own version of the visual album?
I mean, like all good things, it was purely out of a dare. My best friend and I, we were at a bar in LA like the night after it dropped, and she was just like, you should redo the whole video. And then, on the third martini, I was like, that's a really good idea. And the next day we shot Flawless, and then, got the itch, and I was like, we can do this. And it took over 2 weekends of a lot of planning, but yeah, it was just like, it was more for the challenge.
Jake, will you tell us a little bit about OK Stupid?
Sure. Yeah, OK Stupid, she's a self-proclaimed techno-pagan. I think of the internet as like, it's my form of communication. It's my tool of getting my work out. I can be anywhere and make anything and put it up. And so that's kind of what she is. She's primarily a video artist. I get stage fright, so it's a lot easier for me to just like put something on YouTube.
Right. Now, do you think we all have drag personas? Or is that something reserved to performers?
No, I mean, I think, even if we took out the idea of drag as a form of expression and we just looked at personas as a human quality, I think then I would say yes. Because especially for queer people and women in general, we have to unlearn like the systems of patriarchy or just like what's normal anymore. And I think personas are a perfect way to kind of, reinvent or cope, or we're built to be curious people. So I like exploring like things or people that I could have or can become. So
right. Is Beyonce a drag persona?
Totally. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, a very like obvious representation of that was when she was Sasha Fierce a couple of years ago. But I even think now I think when you decide to become an entertainer, there's like that fine envelope between like your real self and someone that you're doing for other people. Because if you're like a ham and you're entertaining, there's a part of you that isn't you. It's, you're doing something for other people. So it's how much behind the veil you want to reveal.
How has Beyonce influenced your work?
On a work level, it's just like, she's really upped the ante, right? Like her work ethic is insane to me. And I love that, even after the visual album, she she continues to push like multimedia with the 7-Eleven video. She's like Lord Voldemort of the pop scene. She just like white smoke, Avada Kedavra to everybody, and it was like, I mean, at this point, like, I don't even think any of her contemporaries can impress me, you know, and I'm a pretty, like, I can find a silver lining in almost anything. Like, I even bought, like, a couple of people's albums this year after hers, but nothing's gotten me so excited. And
does OK Stupid know who Beyonce is? Is she, or is she clueless?
She had to Wikipedia her. She doesn't really know how to add the acute E at the end, so she had to copy and paste Pokemon. And then once she did that, she found out who she was. So yeah, she's now familiar. I think she's finally gotten through the whole visual album, but she has a very short attention span. It's weird that, you know, that's her selling market is the internet, yet she still has a PC dial-up computer. So yeah.
Wikipedia is her cauldron. Do you still feel the same about Beyonce a year after her self-titled album?
I would say more than before. Like, we've had a whole year to like marinate in like its amazingness, and it's like she really created a time capsule, because whether you even liked it or not, like you remember that moment. It's almost like a moment in history. It's like, where were you the night of December 13th? I've carried that whole like idea of that album with me almost every day. I know that sounds goofy, but it's like, I really like think of like bettering my life, and my friends always trying to better themselves, and a lot of us kind of attribute watching this like hyper version of like who we could become, or who we want to be, in like a really cinematic way. So yeah, I love it.
What does it mean to be flawless?
I mean, the only person who can really answer that is Regina George, but you know, she wasn't available for this interview. That's why you got me. So I would say flawlessness is what I've learned in my life is that it's all about like authenticity, right? Like, I mean, a very surface answer could be like, if you're just beautiful physically or stunning, but I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but I think like if you're really cool with yourself and you're living your truth, like it's gonna come out of you, and I think that creates a flawless person. Even though I'm not sure if like, I think life is about attaining flawlessness, right? It's almost like if we had all the answers, or we had no challenges, what would be the point? So maybe flawless is something that, you know, is just a goal, or it's a mindset that, you know, keeps us on our toes.
Is Beyonce flawless?
She is so beautiful, right? And it's like, even in that 7-Eleven video, she's like, no one looks that amazing in sweatpants, you know? But I don't even know if she would want to be considered flawless, because again, it kind of goes back to that idea that I think she was working out what flawless means to her in her new album, and I think it's her most honest work. She, you know, she's kind of been a pageant queen for 4 years. I mean, Pretty Hurts opens with that, but she really was like, you know, her dad was her manager and all this stuff, and I think now she's like revealing all of her flaws, and maybe that makes her flawless. So
she's not just a pop star. She's history. So
she is. It's very like before Christ, like before Beyonce, you know, after death, after visual album.
You can see Jake on Fashion Week vs. Fashion Life, his YouTube, and I'll post that on the link with this video. And you can also catch OK Stupid when?
She's got some shows coming up for sure, and I think we have a visual surprise.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna leave it. See, Beyonce taught me a lot. Now I just drop stuff. There's no more promotion. I've reached that level in my career. No, but thank you so much. This is so fun. You know, it's really cool when people like, you know, post Beyonce stuff on my Facebook wall or something, because it's like, I'm like, oh wow, now I'm like a direct link to God. No, I'm just but it's like, it's cool to be recognized in that way, because if anybody, I mean, why not be connected to that? So
I agree.
Thank you for having me.
I'll talk with you soon.
Yeah, okay. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.